Taking on another reading challenge is definitely not what I need in my 2022, but I'm in vacation mood where it feels like you're gonna be able to read everything and that's all you're gonna do all year. And also, this sounds like it's gonna be a lot of fun and I don't want to miss out, so I'm doing it anyways. Hi everyone, Rosie here. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to a very relaxed January 1st, just chilling out on the couch. I've been reading all afternoon and now I'm catching up on some booktube videos and doing the crossword when what comes across my screen but Kieran of KD Books' TBR Tackle Readathon. That is what this is called. I don't know what this is exactly going to entail. All I know is it involves picking 12 books from our TBR piles, making a public list of them, and then looking at the prompt. I've just gone through and randomly pulled 12 books from my owned TBR on the Storygraph. I will admit I cheated slightly and included some that I already plan on reading, but I figure that'll just hopefully make the first month or two a bit easier. And what I'm going to do right now is run you through them. The first book I have that I'm going to hopefully read, and hopefully very soon because I've planned it for January, is All God's Children Need Traveling Shoes by Maya Angelou, the fifth of her autobiographies. I've also included The Girl in the Tower by Katherine Arden. This is the second book in the Winter Night trilogy, and one of my priorities for the first few months of the year is absolutely to finish this series. I wanted to do that in 2021 and just didn't get to it. Then we have Under Fortunate Stars by Hutchings. This is a science fiction arc that I have from NetGalley. I think it's coming out sometime this spring or summer, so hopefully I'll be able to fit it in the first few months of the year again. I've put on The Great Hunt. This is the second book in the Wheel of Time series by Robert Jordan. I read the first book in 2021 and it was really good. I really liked it. I want to continue the series. Similar for Transcendent Kingdom by Gyasi, not part of a series, but I read Homegoing in 2021 and it absolutely blew me away. I fell so in love with that book. I haven't read anything from Daré, but The Girl with the Louding Voice is one of those books that I keep almost reading. I want to read it so often. I almost pick it up so often and I never quite do. So we're going to put that in there. Then I have The Break by Katherine. Then I'm almost dropping my phone and have The Break by Katherena Vermette. Yet another book that I just really want to read but never quite make time for. I've almost picked it up every month for like most of 2021. I don't want that to be the case in 2022. I have A Distant Mirror, The Calamitous 14th Century by Barbara W. Tuchman. History nonfiction book from the 70s. I read a little bit in a try chapter in November of last year. I'll link that up here. And it was just cool. I want to read that. The Husband Hunters, American Heiresses Who Married into the British Aristocracy by Courcy. Something I'm trying to do in 2022 is read more fun, light, not quite so serious political issues nonfiction, and I feel like that's going to be up my alley for that. Not the case for King Leopold's Ghost by Adam Hochschild. I think this is about the legacy and the history of Belgian dominion in the Congo. So that sounds incredibly dark but important. We've got True History of the Kelly Gang by Peter Carey. I read a couple of Carey's novels in 2016, 2017 when I was living in Australia because he's a big Australian author. I didn't get hooked, but I want to give them another go because I feel like he's an author I might like a lot. And finally, Scotland, A History from Earliest Times, Alistair Moffat. This is just a chunky book that I would actually really like to read, so why not put it on this list? All right. Popping back on because I did just continue watching for a moment, and the first prompt is closest in either publication date or setting to either Hadrian's Wall or the Berlin Wall. I've gone with All God's Children Need Traveling Shoes by Maya Angelou. It was published in 1986, so that's really close to The Fall of the Wall. Technically, yes, The Great Hunt by Robert Jordan is 1 year closer or something. But look, I'm only so flexible here. That's going to be my first pick, and I'm really excited about this. Let me know down below, are you any of you guys thinking about participating in this TBR Tackle Readathon? I think it's going to be really fun, and hopefully I won't regret this. And if you like this video, please give it a like down below in the comments. If you'd like to see more of my videos, please hit subscribe, and thank you for watching.